Let's understand why cash on delivery works so well in India. First of all, we have a huge unbanked population, which I mentioned just earlier in my this lecture today, and like almost about 60% of the people in India don't have a bank account, and obviously for them, if they had to buy something, cash is the only option for them. So obviously, cash on delivery would have worked. Okay, it kind of encouraged the whole system. Okay, then quick launch. One more reason why cash on delivery generally entrepreneurs prefer to start is when they set up on their portal or whatever app or portal, when they start their business online, and it takes some time for payment gateway to come in. In fact, before even they want to get and launch officially out in the big market, they want to do a testing, they want to do a rollout and do a pilot amongst a small group, CUG, okay, closed user group, and that's where they can actually do the transaction using a COD. Okay, they want to test their software, they want to test their website, they want to test their app, whatever it is, and COD is the best option. At least no integration is required from a payment gateway company as of now. Okay, so immediately you can start your business right away with a COD. Yeah. Then one more reason for getting COD getting popular was, if your competition is having giving an option of COD, then obviously it becomes a compulsion that even I need to give a COD. So if Flipkart starts COD, obviously Snapdeal also can't be left out. They say, okay, if they are doing COD and they are doing well and customers want a COD, then I also need to offer COD. Okay, so that's one reason. Now, as it emerged, if your competition is not giving a COD, then you have an opportunity to become a first and differentiating factor and say, okay, let me offer COD. So in either which way, if your competition is offering COD, then you might also offer, and if your competition not offering, then it also becomes a reason for you to offer COD, and that's why COD became popular from the entrepreneurs or merchants point of view. Yeah. The other reason is for assurance for the buyer. Buyer also started preferring COD because for them, what you see is what you get kind of concept. Okay, so whatever they had seen and whether the same things are coming or no, and then only I'll make a payment. So buyer also started encouraging COD because even if they would have a credit card, net banking facility, but the only reason they would prefer a COD was so that I can see first that that mentality, that conservativeness that we had all these years, that I should first feel the product in my hand, see it, watch it, and then only make a payment. So that still prevails, and hence COD works. Finally, for a lot of buyers, it becomes a safe mode of payment. Okay, a lot of people who still have a credit card, they find it unsafe to transact online using the credit card or net banking. For them, COD. So generally, little elderly people, or in the sense 40+ guys who have seen a lot of and they find that it's little unsafe to transact online. They don't want to take a risk. They have hard-earned money. They don't want their bank account to get hacked or whatever. So they rather prefer COD. Okay. One more reason for COD is the way we account and or the accounting system that we have. Okay, and in a way call it unaccounted money or what. So a lot of people, they don't want to show their money being used in capital goods or whatever. I mean, why should they erode their capital? Let's say if I'm buying a shoes worth 10,000 rupees, rather cash pe deke khatam kar do, pay it in cash and don't even account for that. Okay, so at least my white capital doesn't go down, it doesn't get depleted. Okay, so my white capital is maintained in my books of accounts. Yeah, so people who believe in building a good capital in the balance sheet prefer to pay cash and not account for. I am not saying that this is a black money or whatever, because the merchant is going to account for, mind you. You as a user, you as a buyer are not going to account in the books of account, but as a merchant, they definitely going to account. Now, while definitely as a user and as a merchant, COD looks to be beneficial, but there is a lot of flip side, and actually COD is not good for the e-commerce industry, and there are reasons why. One is the cost. Okay, it doesn't come free. Any courier company today, they are going to charge you anywhere between 40 rupees to 150 rupees to collect cash from the customers. They are going to charge you, and if it's a high ticket or high value item, then they even charge you some percentage of it, like your MDR or TDR. So same concept applies here also. Okay, because there's a risk involved for them, and they're going to where there's a risk, obviously they have to make some money out of that. Okay, so it's a costly affair. It's not free. It doesn't. I mean, people believe that COD, but COD has got a cost attached to it, and at times this could be costlier than electronic payment. Yeah. Second is the delay in payment. So unlike your electronic payment where you receive the money in T+1, That means your next day the money hits your bank account. In COD, it takes at least about 8 to 10 days for money to come to your bank account. It doesn't happen immediately because the collections are done, accounted for, stored, counted. Okay, again next day deposit takes to the head office, then again transferred to bank account. So it takes some time, okay, for the cash to flow, money to flow, physical, because it's a physical currency, so it has to be flown, okay, and that takes time. Then there could be delay in deliveries. Now, because it's a COD, so when a delivery guy comes to your to the customer's home, when he goes to customer's home, and there's possibility that customer may not be at home at that time. Okay, and because it's a COD, he cannot leave the parcel at a neighbor's place, which had it been an electronically paid money, then you are assured of the payment, you already received the payment, then the customer, the delivery guy, when he calls you and let's say if you're not at home, you can tell the delivery guy, baaju wale ke वहाँ रख दो, keep it with the neighbors. Now, if it's a COD base, okay, yes, you can as a customer say बाजू में रख दे, but वो नहीं रखने वाला. पैसे उसको ये to collect money, right? And that means there's a delay. So average, which according to me, what I've studied is it takes 1.7 visits to make one delivery in COD. 1.7? Yeah, perhaps it has come down, but about a year back, a year and a half back, it was 1.7 visits. Then there are high returns and cancellation. So people buy, okay, and then there could be reason for cancellations or returns, okay, various reasons. Either customers don't like that product, so what they see is what they don't get. अरे मैंने ये blue मांगा था, this is the blue color which I had chosen, here the blue is different. Possible, I had bought this t-shirt only for that particular blue color, of shade of blue, but when it came to me it was different.
But they don't show.
Now they have become a little strict, but still, in urban we are little definitely more civilized to follow the process. Okay, go to little smaller towns, buy माल लेके आ खोल के दिखा, and delivery guy can't do anything. घर पे आ गया तो क्या करेगा वो? You can't. घर के अंदर आ गया है, दुकान के अंदर आ गया है, खोलते कि नहीं दिखा मेरे को. ओके, जूते मंगाया, अरे मैंने तो सिल्वर मांगे थे, तो ग्रे है, फोटो में सिल्वर दिख रहे थे, लेके जाओ वापिस, कैंसिलेशन, राइट? So this is all, and there could be returns also. One more reason is there's something called as a consumer behavior, there's something called post-purchase dissonance. Are you aware of this? There's some concept called, or there's a period called post-purchase dissonance. Many times we as a customer, we buy something and after buying, we want to disown the product. It happens. We end up into impulsive buying, and then after buying, तभी फिर बाद में थोड़ा पछतावा आता है, we regret कि यार नहीं लेता था, चलता था. This is called post-purchase dissonance. So obviously, you want to close the deal before the post-purchase dissonance sets in, right? You want to close it. You don't want that to happen. So, but in a COD, if it's an electronic payment, पैसा आगे खत्म हो गई बात. But in a COD, I place order today. By the time the goods reach to me, it has been about 4 days, and during these 4 days, there could be various reasons for post-purchase dissonance. Either I find, अरे यार नहीं लिया था चलता था, 2 महीने के बाद रुक के ले लेता था, नया मोबाइल आने वाला है, न्यू मॉडल इज गोइंग टू कम, या दोस्त से बोल दिया अभी रुक, अभी मत ले, 3 महीने रुक जा, iPhone 7 लॉन्च हो रहा है. Possible, हाँ, multiple reason. So when actually the parcel comes to you, you would have made up your mind, I don't want to buy this. Okay, so this is again one more flip side of a COD, rather to have an electronic payment. Okay, so that you have to, otherwise in COD, in India at least now, it has come down to around 15 to 20%. Once upon a time, returns and cancellations were about 30%. Now it has gone down to about 15% perhaps. Yeah. One more reason for cancellations and returns were people wanting to not buy but have a look at the product, window shopping. We all as a human being love window shopping. iPhone introduced iPhone 6s, Canon introduced a new DSLR camera, Nike introduced some new shoes. We all want to have a look. Okay, Samsung introduced VR gear. We want to have a look. क्या है ये भला, right? Now what? So in metros and tier 1 cities is okay, but go to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, there they don't have any such options to buy or to have a look or a window shopping because showroom ही नहीं वहाँ पे. So what? मंगा ले COD पे. Okay, आएगा जब बल, हाँ फिर रिटर्न कर देंगे. Yeah, so it happens. Bombay, no? Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore. Go to little UP, Bihar.
डिलीवरी वाले को भी ओपन कर देंगे.
So, collecting cash, collating the receipts, the administrative cost of managing cash, and people who have managed cash, people into retail industry perhaps would know very well, fake notes, soil notes, all those things are overheads. It's a cost. Apart from delivery cost, there's also cost of managing that cash yourself. Okay, so all these reasons are definitely a good, not a good thing for a merchant or you as an entrepreneur or as a business owner to encourage COD. Okay, gradually we should be moving away from that. So Anand, how do you see digital money impacting COD? Do you see that with digital money coming in, the COD will go down?
So then what you are asking is essentially about employee of a delivery company can run away with the money. The overnight vaulting that the money needs to be done, vaulted somewhere, there is a risk, and again that is insurable. So there are costs to these. The CIT agency which comes and takes the cash into the bank.
So then with wallets proliferating in a country, do you see COD transactions going down? And my still question remains.
For the people who were already aware and were using digital payment methods, what about the 90% of the country which is cash oriented?
So Anand has made a very interesting point, and yeah, I think with digital currency is something which we should be looking forward to, and like you said, that's the future, okay, and all these hassles of COD will go away with digital currency coming in. Now, what are the way around for a COD? Okay, you have to give multiple payment options to your customer. Don't just restrict to credit card. See that you give credit card, debit card, net banking, all kind of wallets, so that he's got a multiple choice to make a payment. Yeah, and COD should be definitely less. Prepaid methods, so you can create your own wallets. So you can ask people to transfer money to your wallet and make a payment to that, so that again the pressure on COD goes down. Okay. Then use mobile banking and SMS payment. So encourage customer to use mobile banking. You learned about MMID today. Okay. So now you can tell your customers this is an option for them to pay. You can transfer money to us through MMID. Okay, which perhaps you are not aware, but now that you are aware, in turn you can educate your customer and tell them, okay, make a payment through this. Okay, and card on delivery. So many customers who still want to pay after having the products in their hand for that security, for that safety or whatever, then say, okay, we'll transfer the goods to you, but we have an option of making a payment through card. Okay, so at least the money comes in your next day itself in our bank account. Okay, and then give incentive for choosing other online payment over a COD, or disincentivize the COD, in the sense if you want a COD, 50 rupees extra, right? And a lot of companies started doing that now. For COD, they charge extra now. Clear?
One more we can add to the return policy. If you don't like the product, return it.
You have to have the return policy in any case. Yeah, you have to do that.
That would save the customer to just insecure method.
Yeah, of course. Right. So Anand, before we end this model here, and I am wishing to ask you one question for a long time. Will we ever see bill aggregation? Where today I get various bills in my home. I get mobile bills, and at least 4 mobile bills for 4 people in my home. I get electric bill, I get paper bill, I get newspaper bill, I get electric landline telephone bills. So many bills comes to my home every day. Okay. Ideally, I'm looking for someday, I was thinking it could be a good business idea to aggregate all this biller and send only one bill to a customer in a month. Instead of customer dealing with 10, 20 different bills, if I were to send only one bill, I'll aggregate from the billers and I'll send you one bill, you must make one payment, khatam baat. Okay. So Anand, what do you see? How is it a practical idea?
So Nayan, the thought is very interesting and benign for convenience of the customer, but look at the bill due dates being different. Your home loan date is different, your electricity date is different, your credit card bill date is different. We call it auto payment mandate. So banks do offer this service where customer comes and registers various bills and gives the auto payment mandate. On respective due dates, the bills get presented. Depending on the customer's mandate and the limit that he has set, the bills get paid off automatically. There is some interesting work happening on BBPS front, which is Bharat Bill Payment Service, which is again a national repository led by, guided by Reserve Bank, worked upon by National Payment Corporation of India, where various bills will get aggregated onto one common platform, and there is no separate company like BillDesk or tech process required to aggregate the billers. This platform will be available with open architecture. Anyone can come and plug in APIs and make his bill available. And trust me, this is going to go down to the level of a merchant and vendor raising invoices amongst on this platform. And the guy who has to pay will have a choice on his bank site to pay whatever bill other than the utility bills. He will be able to pay his business bills as well, invoices.
This is work in progress by Government of India and RBI, and of course, and this is something very interesting which Anand mentioned. Anand, though, I had a point that I wanted to aggregate bill and send one bill to customer. So that point is still missing. But anyway, what Anand said is something very interesting. Imagine, down the line in platform being built where everybody has to upload a bill on that platform. Everybody. And then my bank, I just need to go to my bank portal and I see, Mera naam pe these are the bills which are there in my name. I just said make payment, done. Great. Okay. So today I don't need to chase for invoice. I don't need to hunt for invoice. No more copy. Kuch nahi. Everything is available online. Yeah. So this is something interesting work. And with this we end the module on payment systems here today. And now in the next module we are going to discuss about frauds and preventing frauds. Okay.